How is it going, you guys? What's up? How is everyone tonight? Okay, so let's get started here. How's everyone doing? I don't know if you guys are still here, but how's it going? I'm glad to be here tonight. I'm glad you guys are here with me. It's going to be just like every other time. I did a live earlier today, and it's going to be like that. I'm just going to pick it random. So there's no list, like the title says, no list, or open list. There's no list, though, actually. It's just open to anybody. And if you guys want a reading tonight, hey, I'm good, thanks. How are you? If you guys want a reading tonight, go ahead and just post in the chat box as normal, and we'll see what kind of questions we have going here. I'm just going to pick it random. I am going to take priority to the new subscribers that I've never seen before, so just keep that in mind, that if I haven't seen you before, I probably am going to pick on you, and if I have seen you before, I might skip you for another person who's not been here before I get to you, okay? So don't take offense to it. It's just because, you know, I want new subscribers to also get a feel for what the readings are like, so that they can, you know, see if they like it or not. So please go ahead and subscribe and like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And let's get started, okay? One second. I can't see you very well, so. That should work. That's better. Okay. There you go. All right. So, can you tell me something about the future? About the future man? Do I already know this man? Maggie, hey, how's it going? Let's see about anybody that you're going to date in the future. Let's see about them. Anything, any identifying information that we need to know that would help you to know if you already know the person or something like that. Anything that we need to know. Okay, could be a Sag here, Sagittarius. Could also be a person who has a calming presence, you know, Temperance. It's all about calm, harmonious. I'm gonna get rid of your question right there for a second. Harmonious, you know, is that too bright for you guys? Because in one camera I'm seeing fine, and the other one I'm seeing too bright. So what is it looking like for you guys? Let me know, because we need to fix that right now. Is it fine? Is it too bright for you right here, or is that fine? Anyway, so Sagittarius could be, or this person brings a level of harmony to your life. Hey, you guys. Okay. You intuitively know that it is a confusing connection. This is a Pisces as well. Well, this is the Pisces card, the moon. But what we're talking about here is a confusing situation. And what we're talking about is that you already are aware of that. Like, you know that this person has, you know, they send mixed signals. You are a Sagittarius. That's funny. Are you involved with a Pisces, or do you know a Pisces who you're interested in? Because I do see Pisces here as well. But at the same time here, that happened twice for you today, huh? The Sagittarius card came out and you're like, I'm a Sagittarius. That's kind of cool. Okay, so it's really connecting with you this time today. So it looks like you already know this is a confusing situation. The person sends mixed signals, or, you know, I would say that you do already know them, because it kind of seems like you already intuitively know about them, and that that would be a very confusing connection. Like, it would be a connection that would be, you know, sending you mixed signals, just basically like you never know what's going on. You never know how they really feel. You never know where you guys stand. Like, it would be something like that. But you know, it could be a new start in the future here. You might actually consider them again, even though you already know it's not worth your time because it's so confusing. The person doesn't know what they want. And so you're like, why am I even in this situation? Like, I don't need to be here, but you're in it anyway. So, I mean, yeah, I would say that you just need to like cut your losses with that one. Also, the Empress card sometimes means pregnancy, so be careful with that if you aren't wanting to get pregnant. And also if you're not wanting it with this person, because remember, this person is not worth your time because they're sending mixed signals. They don't know what they want, or maybe they just, you know, if it's another Sagittarius, then they don't want to be tied down or something, you know. Same thing, you know. It's like they can't decide. They can't decide. And so I would say, yeah, you do know the person. And I think this person is just not really worth your time. Like, you already know that. So I don't know why you're still fucking with them. You know what I mean? Like, in the future. Let me go get my door really quick. Somebody's here. I don't know who, but let's see. You. Okay. All better. Okay, so yeah, I would say stop fucking around with them. You said you want children. Yeah, not with this person. Because this person, unless they can come correct and like choose between you and like being with you and not being with you, and like not sending mixed signals, because the high priestess there is going, okay, you already know this, you already know this. And what do you already know? The moon. So you already know this is like a confusing situation that no one is like, you never know where you stand with the person. It's just like back and forth. And it's not a clear thing. And it's not something that's committed and honest. It's just, you don't know where the fuck you stand with the person. So I would say like that's not worth it, you know? It doesn't seem like that's going to change. So just saying, you can do whatever you want, but I'm just saying. That's what it looks like to me, is that it's really just, it's one of those things that's like not worth your time. And it's, you'll never know like where you stand. Okay. Want to know if the Taurus I ended a connection with still has feelings. I'm an Aries. Okay. Let's see about this Aries person. Or I'm sorry, Taurus. Taurus person and you. Oh, want to know if the Taurus I ended a connection with still has feelings. Okay. Well, why'd you end it if you still want to know if they have feelings? You're welcome, Maggie. Thanks for coming again. Okay. So, does this person have feelings? I can't answer yes or no. Who am I reading for? I totally forgot. Sally. I don't answer questions with yes or no's, but it's better that way to me, because then we'll get more information by not just getting a yes or no. So you can come to that conclusion yourself when we're done with the reading. But like what it sounds more like to you. Yeah, I'll get you right now, okay? I see you. Okay, so this Taurus person, what are they feeling for you right now? Wow, when you ended it, things really kind of went to shit for them. Wow, it was a big thing for them. Like, they kind of fell apart in a lot of ways. And it's a time for them to have some self-reflection, some introspection time, you know, which is good. It's not a bad thing. It's just kind of something that was forced upon them, though. I don't think they really chose it. It's kind of just something that had to happen when, you know, they're going through something like this. And obviously, you meant a lot to them, because when you ended it, as you said, we see them going through the tower, which is like complete life transformation, huge changes, like things that are like they don't want to happen but are just happening, changes that are happening, you know. And so this has caused them to go into this hermit mode type energy, and that's fine, but and that's probably the best thing for something like this. But I wouldn't expect too much, you know, from them, because they're doing that alone time right now, trying to figure out what they feel and what this is going to do, like how this is affecting them and what they're going to do about it, how they're going to cope. Yeah, so they're trying to find their stability. It's hard to say if it seems like they're not, well, I wouldn't say that they're not thinking about you at all. That's ridiculous, because obviously they're healing from the situation. But in regards to like giving you another chance, or like, you know, wanting you still, it seems like they don't really see that you want them, or they see that there's like no hope or something in it, because it seems like they're focused on like what can they do now to cope with this. But they're headed toward a lot of happiness and abundance. So I feel like this was almost a good thing that you broke up with them, because it seems like they're going to be finding a lot more happiness in the coming, hopefully, months or weeks, because it's headed toward abundant love and support and positive energy. No offense to you, but it just seems like it's better for them that this happened. Unless, of course, it's talking about you coming back in and giving them the love that they need or something. But I don't know what happened in the situation. It could be anything. They could have fucked you over. I don't know. But you had an argument, you said, yeah. So, I mean, it just seems like they're kind of trying to figure out what to do about this. Like right now they're coping with it. They're just pretty much like, what am I going to do? This sucks, you know? But I wouldn't say that they don't have feelings. It's just that this is hitting them really hard. So it's kind of like not really about that right now. They're like really trying to just heal from it right now, because I feel like they think there's no hope left, you know? So they're not even thinking like, how do I get you back? They're thinking like, how do I just deal with this? Okay, MM, where are you at? Love reading. You're starting to regret it now, huh? Well, just make sure if you go back to them that you're ready to like be with them all the way, because, you know, it's not cool to be screwing with someone like that, like back and forth, because it's really hitting them hard. So it's like, if you're gonna be with them and like be with them, make sure that's what you really want, you know? Of course. Thank you. Okay. So MM. Let's see, love reading for you. It looks like you're putting something to rest, and if you're not putting something to rest, then you're kind of finally feeling relaxed in this whole single mode energy. But I feel like more, it's talking about you. Okay, either you finally feeling comfortable in someone's energy, like you can feel safe and just like you can relax there, like it's not all anxiety ridden and you feel like horrible about yourself, but you feel good, you feel like calm in the energy of this person. Or it's talking about basically you're putting something to rest, which could be like many different things. I would say more so right now, it feels like you saying goodbye to certain people, distancing yourself from certain people that are just not good for you in your life, kind of like saying goodbye to certain people that you just feel like are detrimental to your health, you know, to be around. Yeah, you're getting defensive about something. Okay, use your better judgment on this one, you know, pick your battles, because it seems like there's something that you're very defensive about. You could be overreacting a bit. Of course, I don't know the situation. You might not be. I mean, it's your life. You can do whatever you want. I'm not trying to invalidate how you feel. You feel the way you feel. I'm just saying that you're kind of fighting nobody right now. You know, you're throwing these wands down and you're on the top of this hill and you're just like throwing these wands down, and these are all your wands. You know, you're on top of this hill, you're winning. But it's just like you're pushing everybody away. And it's a good idea to push people away that you feel like are bad for you, but it's like, you know, if you're going to end up being alone on your own, feeling like nobody understands you, that just is not the case. I feel like you have to kind of use your better judgment on this one, because there are still good people in your vicinity. It's just hard for you to see that right now. Maybe you were fucked over recently or something, so it's hard to see that. It's hard to know who to trust. But I feel like there still are people out there, because the judgment card is kind of saying like, pick your battles on this one. Like, don't be too closed off and kind of like thinking it's everybody. How do you do that, right? I feel you. Let's see. So for love, what's coming in here? Okay, again, we have this energy of saying goodbye to something, distancing yourself, moving away from people. Okay, so this could be like, maybe you're going to be single for a while. Maybe this is talking about, you know, you're actually okay with like not being in a relationship because you just don't see anybody out there that is like good enough or that you feel safe and comfortable with. Collaboration. This could be, you know, talking with people about this. Maybe you're trying to figure out like what to do next or who to even trust. Maybe this is therapy. You're talking with friends, or you're talking with other people who you feel like a support group or something. You know, there's collaboration, there's exchanging of ideas, there's, you know, this back and forth kind of like going through things in your guys' heads with, you know, your guys' ideas and everything. It's kind of supportive toward each other and also collaborating. So I feel like you're talking with people right now. It's not romantic though. It seems more like support or you know, just talking with people generally about their ideas about things, you know. Maybe it's people you don't even know, like a support group, you know. It just feels very friendly. It doesn't feel romantic. But yeah, I would say you're distancing yourself from people a lot, like completely right now in your life. It just seems like you're kind of cutting people off in a subtle way. You know, you're not like, fuck you, but you're just kind of slowly not talking to them anymore, slowly distancing yourself and just getting away from people. So right now it seems like it's not a good time to really date anybody, but I feel like you don't really see anyone that there is to date right now because you're just kind of like, everyone sucks, which isn't a bad move. But I mean, remember, there are people out there who are still good people and can be of help to you right now and supportive to you. So just make sure that you're not pushing everyone away. But anyone romantic, like probably not right now. Just doesn't seem like the time. It seems like everyone around you is just like a no, you know? Like you're just like, no, I can't even do this. Everyone sucks. Okay, I'm checking PayPal right now. Let's see. I have to go find my phone really quick. Okay. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, what's your question, Tay? Or T or first of all, how do you pronounce your name? That would be good to know. And thank you, by the way, for the donation. I really do appreciate it. That's awesome of you. Let's get your reading going. You can go ahead and post your question whenever you want, whenever you can. Oh, I see. Is this the question you wanted? May I ask if Santana will contact me next week? Yes, you can ask that. All right. You're welcome, MM. Thanks. Good luck out there. Okay. So you want to know May I ask if Santana will contact me next week? Okay, so I don't do yes or no's, remember, but let's see. We do have you gaining something, so that's good. What do we see as far as Santana's communication with the person? Do we see them reaching out? What do we see between them? Is there communication? Can you tell me about communication between them within this next week? Okay. This is good. This is good. This is showing, okay, we see that what's coming out basically is that they care about you. There's a very caring energy there. It's just I don't know if they're going to communicate. Let's see if we can find out even further, but it seems like right now what's coming out, it could be something that comes out because you're unaware of it. Like you don't feel that they care. And so this could be something that, you become aware of next week somehow, maybe through communication, maybe just through like realizing it. I don't know. Oh, yeah, because you're looking back on how far you've come. You're looking back on how far you've come, whether it's with the person or since you've been with them, but you're kind of thinking about, everything that's happened between you. So let's see, is there communication between them? What do we need to know about any communication between them? What can we find out about any communication between them for the next week? Okay. So this is, yeah, maybe not, because it looks like the thing that is cool though about this is that I see you're gaining something, you're finding things out for yourself, you're thinking about this. And so when you do that, you start realizing certain things. And so, but the actions that are being taken right now, like literally the actions that are being taken, like this is, mental energy, you thinking about it, but this action being taken is putting it to rest. So for right now, I don't really see them reaching out next week. I don't see you guys really, getting together again, at least right now. I mean, it could change. They could change their mind tomorrow and so could you. But right now, it looks like this is going to be put to rest for this time. And that's the action that's being taken. So I would say that they're probably not going to reach out next week. Of course, anything can change that, but it seems like, to me, it's a no right now. That's how I'm perceiving it. But don't forget, you're gaining. You're gaining through this. So it's like, it's okay. I mean, there's things that are coming your way about it, like realizations and things that you're just going to understand better now, and maybe talking with them would have clouded that thinking a little bit, even though you probably don't want to hear that right now. You're like, fuck you. I want to talk to them. I don't care what I realize. I want to know, like, are they going to be in my life? And right now it looks like no, but you'll see how it's good, because you're going to understand some things that maybe you wouldn't have been able to understand with them right there, I'm going to go up a little bit. Well, I get a job in April with my expected pay. So I don't do yes or no's, but let's see what's happening for you in April regarding work and career. Okay. And money, of course. So what's happening in April for Rupali regarding money, career, work, anything you need to know about that? Okay, you're realizing something, or something is coming out. Ooh, okay, so something negative is coming out. Something that you feel chained to. So it could be that you feel like you have to take a certain job that you don't want to take, but you just feel like you have to because of the money. We feel chained to our jobs because we need to pay the bills, right? It's like something that we have to do, and it kind of sucks sometimes. Well, not me, but a lot of people out there, right? So it kind of feels like that, like you're chained to it, not wanting to be there, but having to be there. So I would say that maybe it's not something you really were expecting. Like expected pay seems like a far stretch with this kind of energy here, because it's like you're realizing you kind of have no other choice. It kind of feels like a bit like it's probably not something you expected, but you will have a job, it seems like. It just seems like one that isn't going to be exactly what you wanted, but you will be seeing eye to eye with people there. It's like the idea that the company has, you agree with. Like you see what they are doing and you agree with that. So that's good. But I mean, for some reason you feel stuck with it. You feel like you have no other choice but to be with it. So maybe it's the position you get or something like that, that you just aren't really wanting that position. 10 of Swords. So there's something that there's something that you see eye to eye with about the company, like about what they're about. You agree with it. But that's going to change. I feel like you're going to see the other side of it, and you're going to see that they're not serious about what they're trying to promote, you know? Like, and it could be unexpected because you feel like, okay, yeah, this is a cool thing. This company is doing a good thing. And then you have to find out you were being lied to, or something is not the way that they're portraying it. Yeah. Careful with this one because your money, this person's sneaking with something. They're sneaking with, it could be money, it could be ideas, it could be, you know, your job position. I mean, it could be anything, but they're basically hiding it. So the people that you get close with, I feel like you need to kind of like do some investigation or some investigating and kind of try to figure out what's going on with this company. If you're really going to be involved in it, it's probably best to know the ins and outs, because it seems like, you know, to avoid this getting fucked over unexpectedly, just try to be like one step ahead of the game, like, and try to understand like what these people are doing. Try to pay a lot of attention and talk to people that have been there a long time. Try to figure out like what is this big secret that everyone knows that you probably don't know yet, you know, and you want to avoid getting fucked over because it's very unclear what the fuck they're doing. I mean, the moon here, it might just be best to put this to rest altogether and not even engage in this situation, but it seems like that's what you're going to do. And so if you do that, just make sure you're talking with people, like try to figure out if you can. I mean, if they allow you to know, try to figure out like what the big secret is here. Like, what's the whole thing? What are you guys really about? You know, because I feel like there's some big kind of like, you might get fucked over if you're not aware of those things. So that could be why you're chained to it too, because maybe you feel like, okay, I'm not going to go with this job. Maybe you see like the first couple of days, okay, yeah, I can see what you're talking about. There's something going on here, but I don't know what it is. But then that devil's there to go, yeah, but you're kind of stuck here because this is the only job you have right now. So you feel like, fuck, I can't really leave this job. Like, I know it's shady. There's something going on here. I might get fucked over, but I can't really leave. I don't really have a choice. I mean, I have to be here. So it could be where the devil's coming out too. So be careful with that one. Hopefully you don't get fucked over. It seems like something shady is happening though with that company. Like, it's not going to be what they really say they're about. It's not really what they're about. And then there's somebody there who's shady. Like, I feel like they're taking money from the company, or they're like trying to take your position or something. They're pretty much underhandedly trying to take something. So from the company or from you. So just make sure you're not giving people too much personal information about yourself, you know? Don't really buddy with anyone. Try to stick to yourself and keep, you know. But also try to figure out what's going on if you can. It's confusing, but just try to keep yourself protected and try to know what's going on if you can. Okay, let's see. The Scorpio and the Gemini. Okay. Wow, you guys actually might get married. The reason I'm saying that, or it would be a committed relationship, because the Hierophant here is showing commitment or even marriage possibly. This is the marriage card. And also it's something exciting, and it's something where you guys can share ideas. Like, you guys actually click very well for a Gemini and a Scorpio. Surprisingly, you guys communicate well and you click well, and you kind of have a lot of the same ideas where you guys like go back and forth and kind of share things. So I feel like the communication's good, and it seems like it could really be a commitment with the Hierophant there. Very clear. Let's see what else we need to know about this situation. I'll give you 2 more cards. Anything else we need to know? Oh, beautiful. Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see in a situation like this, actually. It connects very well because this is 2 people seeing eye to eye and being very in love and just feeling like they really click, like think like we see each other and we are on the same page, you know? Awesome. Yeah, and wanting to bring you stability. So it's like you guys are both wanting to provide that to each other. This is a I'm surprised. I shouldn't generalize zodiac signs, but I'm surprised that a Scorpio and a Gemini are doing so well together. But that's what it looks like, is that you guys actually are doing good together in the future. Wow. I mean, not that you can't do good with those two signs, but just like, I mean, really good. Like it's like something that actually it works, you know, like for you guys. So cool. Tanya, I am doing well. Thank you. I hope you're doing well as well. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subbing. Glad to have you. So can you please do a reading on the current feelings of my ex for me? Basically his feelings and actions. Thank you. Yes. Your ex. What do they feel for you now, currently? And what do we see any next actions on their part towards you? Okay, so they could feel left out in the cold, or maybe this is how you feel towards them, but it's coming out as how they feel about you. So maybe they feel like that too, and you just don't know it, or if that makes no sense, then I guess that's your energy, but it seems like they're feeling like left out in the cold or kind of abandoned, or maybe just kind of like you left them, like they're not in a good place now because of it. Like they need help, you know, like they're homeless or hungry. Okay, so could be coming towards you either way. I feel like even though it seems to me like you're wanting to know how they feel about you because you it seems like this is how you would feel. But it seems with the cards that they're actually wanting to come towards you and have some kind of a new beginning with you, unless it's with somebody else completely, but we'll clarify that right now. Aries card, Emperor. Yeah, so it's not really a clear situation because they want to come towards you, but they also want to be standing in their own, you know, ground. They don't really want to give in. They don't really want to be, I guess you could say, submissive to you, even though that's not what it is, but that's how they're seeing it because the Emperor here is kind of in control. He has his, you know, he stands his ground and he has his responsibilities and he's able to take care of himself. He doesn't really need anybody, but we do see them waiting. And it's unclear why. It's unclear how long they're going to wait with the moon there. It's also a Pisces card. But it's just showing that they're kind of troubled about this and they're not really sure what to do about it, but they want you guys to click again. They want to come your way. But I don't know if they're going to do that. It doesn't seem like they're going to do that. With me, the Emperor here, it seems that it's a stubborn energy. Like they might still be contemplating whether or not they're going to come forward because the stubborn ego energy of the Emperor is like trying to kind of stand its ground. But they're still waiting. Maybe they're waiting for you to take action. Let's see if you take action, what will happen. Okay. Come together. It'd be very honest communication. It would not be emotional. Yeah, and you wouldn't be committed to it anyways. You know, it's really something that you have to kind of figure out if you would even want to be with this person because I see this here. It seems like someone is not committed to the situation. And it could just be because, you know, in an honest, straightforward way, one of you is not relationship material. One of you does not really stay in relationships very long in general. It's not just about the person. It's just about how you are. And so it's either you or them, but I feel like, you know, you kind of have to really consider if you would want to even be with the person because you can't really just fuck around with people like that. I mean, you can, but like, why? It seems like the person's not really doing too well about it either. Like they want to have some kind of connection, but at the same time, they don't want to show that they do, you know? They just kind of want to be okay, but they're really kind of not. They really do want something to happen between you, but I don't really see them initiating that. Okay. Let's use a different deck. Kind of bored this one. It's like really huge. Kind of hard to handle. Okay. All these decks, by the way, you guys, are linked in the description below if you're interested in getting any of them. Check that out. Okay, we see you making something happen. Hang on to your money. You're trying to build a foundation here. Don't be spending frivolously and don't be losing focus, you know. Stay on with your goals. It could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, that comes your way because we have the King of Swords here. So we're talking about a person who is very non-emotional in their communication, but they're also very straightforward. So it's refreshing. I mean, they're honest with you. I would say that it's an honest, like, straight person, but you know, it looks like you guys could actually build something together, like a foundation, like, you know, some kind of a stable home, because the Magician and the Four of Pentacles shows that, you know, you can manifest something, you can build something together, you know, quite well. But the Hanged Man is showing that there is some kind of stagnance. Like, you guys both have this, I don't want to say laziness, but it's just kind of waiting around. Maybe procrastinating is a better word. But yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, you kind of need a little kick in the ass a little bit. But it seems like you guys can work together. Like, something is, you know, something is stable here, you know, for sure. It's just kind of getting it off the ground first, you know. It kind of seems like it's not really happening because both of you guys are just waiting for it to happen, but you won't initiate. So try to initiate. Try not to let that go on too long. You know, just be the person to initiate. Why not? Because it seems like something stable here. It's not like I'm like seeing something bad happening. It seems like something good. It seems like what you would want to see in a relationship, you know, in a good relationship that would work. You want to see people that are stable and able to save money and build and focus on their goals and everything. That's what I'm seeing. But it just, that procrastination is the thing. It might not even happen because you guys just are waiting maybe for the perfect person who never will come. I don't know what you're waiting for, but you're waiting instead of taking action. So go ahead and do that. Don't miss your chance. Let's see. There's some guidance on why I can't seem to let go of this person. For sure. Tell me why she can't let go of this person that she can't let go of. If that's not obvious. Okay, because you care about them, and obviously they've helped you to be more ambitious and take more actions in your life. You feel more vital, more alive around them, and you feel like they gave you a lot to work with. Like, basically, if you didn't see certain things in yourself, that person helped you to see these things. Even if things went bad at a certain point, what you see overall in the situation is that they added to your life. You know, they offered things to your life that you probably needed at the time. I mean, these two down here are kind of poor peasant type characters. And then we have this person who's offering them food or something. So it's kind of like they were almost like a savior at one point, if I could say that. You know, somebody who just really added to your life and offered you a lot of help and support that you needed. So you're still seeing them in that light. No matter how it is now, you're still seeing them as that person. So it's just difficult because, you know, it was something that you really needed at the time. They've helped you to make decisions that you couldn't have made on your own, or that, you know, maybe feel more confident about being more deliberate in your decision making. and you care about them still. You know, it's not like you are a heartless person. Also, the Ace of Wands tells me that there's a lot of action, a lot of energy, a lot of maybe passion, excitement, but also a lot of, you know, ability to kind of take action. And so that's, now you might feel a bit lifeless without them around. So it's just the way it is, you know, it just takes time. You just have to, if you have to get over them or you're trying to, you just kind of have to remember like why that is. And, you know, that was a good time in your life. Don't forget about it. I mean, that's cool that you had that time, but now it's not that time anymore. So it's just, you know, take what you can from it and leave the rest. And, you know, obviously it's easier said than done, but it just takes time, I guess. Let's see. What's between you and the future? Okay, so there needs to be a time of healing and introspection. Let's see if there's going to be a, hang on a second. I just want to say that first because that's going to be important. So I see there is a time when it's kind of thought about, it's kind of reconsidered, you know, and you're weighing your options, or maybe they are. But at the end of the day, I think it will be put to rest. At least, you know, what's cool about the Four of Swords for this kind of a question is that it's not an ending completely. It's just a break. So it's kind of like saying, to me, like with the Four of Swords there, to give you a little bit of hope, I guess, since it's not like the death card, like this is going to end for sure and it's done, it's over. It's saying the Four of Swords. So to me, that's like saying, not right now, you know? So, I mean, there could be a point in the future, in the near future, where you guys kind of reconsider and maybe weigh your options. It's going to be a no at that time, but not to say it can't happen again in the future. We don't see something like totally fucking it up and closing you off. Not saying it will, but it kind of seems like there is a chance, but it's just not showing right now. It's showing right now that there's not going to be. But what's really important for you now is that you do this introspection and healing work, because if you don't, then there's probably no chance. I mean, you have to realize things about yourself and come into your own rather than be stuck on this person and have it be, you know, who you are, to be needing them to kind of finish your sentences and, you know, pick up the pieces. You kind of need to be your own strong person and then maybe reconsider having them back in your life. That would be the best chances that you'd have at that time, you know. Do you see that? Where'd that go? I don't know, card just flew back there. So don't forget to do that healing self reflection work, because if you don't, the chances are going to be even less likely, just because you won't have healed from it. And it's kind of like what you needed to learn and what you needed to go through is not going to be happening. So it's probably going to be like you're in the same place with the person, and that's not good. You need to like be able to forgive each other and move forward, but you can only do that if you forgive yourself, you know? And you can only do that if you heal a little bit and try to realize what that was to you and what it means to you and where you're going to go now, you know, what it's going to mean for now, for, you know, your future and what's next. If you're still attached to the person in the same way, it's kind of hard to heal and grow from it, you know? So you can't really move forward with them if you're still in the same place. It ended for a reason, you know? So it's like, if you're stuck in that place, that's not going to be fun. It's not going to be good for it, you know? Okay, so Lena. Let me see happening. I'm Butterfingers tonight. There is action being taken. Let's see where this is going to go. I think right now it's at a point that you're trying to figure out what actions to take, and so are they. Like these two sphinxes at the bottom are going to lead you in two different directions, right? The black and the white. They're going to lead you in two opposite directions, or this character in two opposite directions. So it's kind of like trying to figure out which direction to go, which direction's best. I guess you could kind of say weighing your options, but it's not just thinking about it. It is action being taken. It's forward movement. But I think right now it's still a little bit contemplation mode. But there will be an action taken soon, and it will be one of the certain directions. Okay, so it's going to be upsetting. It's a bit stressful, you know, obviously, but it seems like it's okay. There's going to be something gained from this. Didn't you say they're a Libra? Pretty sure you said they're Libra. So this is the Libra card. And let me show you what we have here. We have this forward movement, right, in a certain direction. Then we see, you know, kind of upsetting. There's a bit of stress and sadness. And what does that have to do with? Well, the actions being taken. Well, you're going to gain something from it. And what is that? Not necessarily the Libra person, but what we do see is things being fair, things being the way they should be. So whatever that means, I mean, to me, there is a chance of you guys coming back together. Not to say it will work necessarily, but I do think you guys will talk. What did you say, next week, next month, or whatever? I think you guys will have, you know, still going over this and still trying to deal with it and trying to figure it out. But, you know, there's still that stress and sadness there for some reason. So maybe that's just talking about right now. But I think there's a good chance of you guys coming back together at some point to talk about this. I don't think it's completely over. And I can't say yes or no. I don't do yes or no question or answers. So I can't tell you, unfortunately, yes or no. But what I can say is that you're gaining something through this. And you're going to be gaining them or what's fair from them. So I feel like you guys will have more communication about this. I don't know if you'll reconcile completely, but I think you guys will get together and have some kind of communication about this and talk about this. Okay. And I got this earlier and I got it again right now. I just want to point this out because it's, you know, you're asking, does he love you? There is still that caring energy there. You know, the King of Cups is a very caring, nurturing energy, but it's at a distance. You know, it's not exactly lovey-dovey in your face, but it is a person who does care about you, doesn't want anything to happen to you kind of thing. So I would say that that's where they stand, even if it doesn't seem like it. That's, you know, they care, but it just doesn't mean that necessarily they're going to be with you. But I mean, yeah, they do care about you. You might feel betrayed by them. You know, I got the Ten of Swords just now. It seems like, but again, I kind of feel like they feel betrayed too. Is it possible that you might have done something to betray them? Because I feel like that's the energy they're taking on too. But you're also taking it on. So it's like you guys both feel that way. Something happened where you guys both are feeling that energy. I'll be right back. I have to get my charger. Sorry, you guys. My iPad died, so this camera is a lot shittier. But I'm gonna fix that right now. Working on it. Oh yeah, and this too. Okay. Okay, I've seen this question a few times. What are you asking? Will I get a marriage? What time phase? Okay. Let's see what's between you guys in the future. If we can see that far. Okay. We're back. Okay. So what is between you guys in the future, if we can see that far? What's going to happen between you? Like, what's the relationship status, basically? Or what are some things that are happening? Let your friends help you. Okay, so support from your friends. Ask for and accept support from others. Remember this. This is going to be important for you. So I know it's like, I'm not doing yes or no questions, as you know. So please understand that I cannot give you a yes or no. But because of what I give you, or through what I'm giving you, through this, you know, the information I have here, you should be able to decide what that means for you. Maybe you don't know if it means yes or no, but this is the information I can give you, okay? So this is important. You think it's irrelevant probably, but I mean, just remember this when the time comes. And release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Unless there's an ex that you guys, that either you or him have not been able to get over, and that's affecting your guys' situation, I would say that it's them that you should be getting over. So, marriage, probably not. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So this is not necessarily engagement like you're getting engaged, but it could be. But it's talking about a higher level of commitment. So let's go back a second. Maybe this is talking about you or him having an ex. Oops. You or him having an ex that you guys need to get over, you know, because it's affecting your guys' current connection. So yeah, I mean, if there is an ex that you guys need to get over, then do that so that you guys can ascend to a higher level of commitment. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Or this could be a new person coming in, but I feel like it's you guys. You know, if it's not, I would say that it's okay. So it's fine. I'm seeing two different things here. It can either be that when you guys in the future, when you're talking about commitment and all that, either you guys, one of you or both, have an ex that you need to get over so that you guys can be together and have a better connection and better relationship and better chances of, you know, lasting. So it could be that, or it could be talking about your guys' situation is going to be like you guys need to get over each other so that you can allow this new person in and have a higher level of commitment with them and then get to know them. You know, it's getting to know each other. So I feel like it's early stages of something. Either you guys get to know each other for the first time in a serious way in the future, or this is talking about a new person. So it could go either way, these two different scenarios. Let's see what your guys is talking about them, these two. What is going to happen for them? What's between them? Soulmate. So yeah, it's going to be, well, deception. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I spoke too soon. What do you think? Okay. We see soulmates, but we also see deception. Oh, I'm sorry. Deception. Someone's wearing a false self mask in this relationship, and free yourself. It is time to take back control of your life. If at any point you start to feel like this person is controlling, overbearing, helping you to become less of who you actually are, like encouraging you to like not be you and to kind of like lose yourself in them in the relationship, I would say head the fuck opposite direction, because it's not going to get better. You know what I mean? This person's fake as fuck. You just need to know, like, if you're having any kind of feelings like that already, just know that it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. It's going to be more apparent to you later. Like, you don't need to continue in that way, in that direction. So if this person feels shady to you already, or you feel like you kind of can't trust them or something, I would listen to that. You know, don't get in deeper. You know, get away from the person. You know, if this is what you're feeling already. I feel like at the least you're feeling like they're not committed to this. You're feeling like there's not going to be a marriage. You feel like there's not going to be a committed relationship, and that's why you're asking that. So whatever intuitive things are coming to your mind or your intuition, please consider those things as possibly something that's really happening. You know, ask yourself, why are you having these thoughts? Are there reasons that you feel that way, or is it just your own paranoia? Probably not. So it seems like it's not a good idea. Free yourself. I mean, and then allow this other person to come in. You know, free yourself from them, allow this other person to come in, and it will be a better thing for you. Because no kind of deception is going to be good for anybody, you know, no matter how you look at it. What's this person's love life? I'll look at their love life. What's their love life looking like right now? They're an Aquarius. What's happening in their love life? They could be pregnant. Sadly. Yeah, actually, you might be right. It kind of looks like they're going their own way with something. So for some reason, somebody, either there could be a new start with someone else, or there could be like a new start on their own. But we do see a new start here. This could be pregnancy, but it could also mean there's like a fresh beginning, like a new start, the birth of something. So like something new that they're doing. And that new thing is hurtful to them. Like them, the reason I feel like they're distancing themselves from the person that you're talking about, that they're trying to, you know, that they're engaged to or whatever, or their marriage or whatever you're asking, you know, that you're wondering if it's broken. It kind of seems like it is, because this, you know, them doing this new thing. Yeah, it's kind of sad and it's, you know, hard, it's lonely, but the actions they're taking are, you know, they're trying to care for themselves and what's best for themselves right now. And for some reason, this, either this pregnancy or this new beginning of some sort, maybe the other person was pregnant from someone else, or they had a new beginning of some sort that did not jive with this person. But basically, they're going their own way. You know, the Queen of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. It's like this person's going their own way in an independent way, and they're trying to find meaning in life and purpose. So it kind of seems like they're going their own way away from this person. Yeah, it does. I don't know if you've been listening to the readings. I know you've been here the whole time, so I know you have, but I don't do yes or no answers. So I cannot answer yes or no, actually, but sorry about that. I think I've been saying that the whole time, but just to let you know, I don't do that. But to me, it kind of seems like you're, you know, in the right direction with that one. Kind of seems like you're on the right track. Like they could actually be not with someone now. Okay, let's see your guys's commitment in the future. What's between these two in the future? Do we see something happening between them, like some kind of commitment or marriage? What's the energy between them? Okay. This person's not a good character. or you aren't, but for some reason this is a toxic thing. Because I do see, yeah, it is like this new fresh beginning, this new like fun loving like exciting thing, and like they're coming your way and they're offering you love. But then we see this person is actually very nasty. I mean, the Five of Swords, it doesn't matter how you look at it, it's a really bad card. It's a person who, you see how these people are cowering in the background, and he's holding his swords, and he's just like so stoked on like the fact that people are scared of him or fear him, you know? And he just wants to be in that position of like, you're going to respect me or you're going to fear me. I don't care which one it is, but you're going to see me as a significant person and I'm better than you. You know, I'm going to win at all costs, no matter who I have to take down. It's really an ugly kind of character. And with the devil, it's even worse. I mean, it's like a toxic thing. I would say it's exciting, and it reels you in deep because it's something that seems really great, but it's not. So probably with somebody else, unless you decide to let this, you know, you invite it in and then they ask you to marry them and then that happens. Let's see, are they going, let's see. If you already noticed any nasty characteristics about this person, I would say get the fuck away from them as far as you can, as soon as you can. But if you don't, then you might get into this situation. You might, you know, run headfirst into it. But it might not be a good thing. I'm not saying just because you get married doesn't mean it's going to be a good thing. This person is still showing the Five of Swords and the devil. So I would say get the fuck away from them no matter what. I mean, that's just, if we're asking the cards, I mean, that's kind of what they're saying. People say he loves you, but do you think that he loves you? I mean, this is a cycle. This is a cycle that comes back around. You start to realize something. And what you realize is that you're waiting for something to happen. You're waiting for it to be what it was before. You're waiting for this to come back around and be exciting and fun and good energy again. Because what you have here is the devil. You have the devil and the Five of Swords. You start to sit there and you start to realize it's going to come to you one day. You're going to go, I'm waiting for a past situation. Like, I'm waiting for this person to be what they were when I first met them, and they're not going to be that person. So it's like a big realization for you when you start to realize, like, that's not coming back. Like, what it is now is what it's going to be. And it sucks, you know, like, I want this person, like, the reason I got this person was because of how amazing it was in the beginning, but you're going to be waiting for the person to be like that again. And whatever they're being like now that you don't like, that's really what it is. And you're going to have to realize that at some point. I don't know what you should do. I mean, that's up to you. To me, it seems like the person in question is not a good person. And, you know, there's not much that could change my mind on that, just because the Five of Swords and the devil is really not. The Five of Swords in general, first of all, is the first thing, the first sign of, like, this person's really ugly, you know, in their character. Like, very nasty, vindictive. They're going to get their way, and it's not going to be your way, you know. And if it is, great, but most of the time it's not going to be, because it's going to be their way. And, you know, well, there's definitely a chance of it, because, okay, well, that's on you, you know. That's up to you if you think that. I'm just saying, Five of Swords, there's no way that I can look at that as a good thing. But, you know, just be careful. I would say, you know, I don't know if they're going to ask you to marry them. If they do, you might go for it, because it seems like it's a really great thing. But I want to go out on a limb here and say that it's really not a good thing, and you might be doing yourself, you might regret doing that. But it's up to you. I mean, to me, it seems like their character is not a good character. Their family might be a good family. That's cool. That's great. If you feel like it's the right thing for you, go ahead and do it. You know, if you don't. And if you do, please. No matter what the cards say, at any time, this goes for everybody. I want you to, you know, if you feel like something is right for you to do, please do it, you know. And if you feel like there's something that you don't feel is right for yourself, then don't do it. You know, no matter what the cards say, just please know that you have a free will and you have a choice, and you can do whatever you feel is right, and you cannot do whatever you feel is wrong. So Please know that you have control over your life still, okay? And do what you feel is best for yourself, as we all should. Okay. It seems like there's happiness there. It seems like this is like a really, well, happy situation. I mean, Ten of Cups, it's like kind of like the Five of Swords, how you can look at it and you just see there's nothing good about it. With the Ten of Cups, you could just see that there's nothing bad about it. Okay, if this person starts to get hot and cold with you, like if they start to show like mixed signals and start to be back and forth and not really showing you a lot of like consistency, then use your better judgment and know you might just have to be stronger than that and take the thing that's more stable for you, which is not someone who is closed off and going to cut you off and ghost you every 5 seconds and then come back and act like everything's cool. No, it's not a good relationship for you if that's what's going on. But, you know, if you feel like they're consistent and you feel like they're there all the time, I feel like that's not what's happening. If they are there all the time and they are consistent, I would say they're consistently emotionally unavailable. And no, that's probably not going to be a good thing. But I mean, you know, maybe they have other things that you like about them. But really, at the end of the day, if you can't be emotionally open with them, it's going to be difficult, you know, in certain areas. But some people can make that work. So, I mean, it's really just a personal thing. It's up to you. But to me, I feel like at the least what we could say is that they're emotionally unavailable. And at the worst, we could say that they're really hot and cold and they're not consistent with you and they're in and they're out. So you can make that decision if they're good for you or not, you know, if you agree with that. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay, let me see. PayPal. Gabriella. Hi, Sahu. For what? Of course, Beatrice. Who was the person? Okay. Solange. Is it under Gabriella? Okay. And what was your question? And thank you, by the way, for the donation. What was your, did you post already? Oh, did you post it there? Let's see. I don't see the question here. Can you post it for me? Okay. I want to know if Y is jealous of me. Does she watch or stalk my social media? Okay. Y. How does Y feel about you? Because I can't do yes or no's, but we can look at what they feel for you and kind of get our own idea of what that means, you know? If they are... Well, if the Page of Swords comes out, let me tell you, we can already answer the question. So let's see. What does this person feel about you? It's unclear right now, and maybe they're a bit unclear themselves. They're a bit back and forth on it. King of Wands. I would say they want to communicate with you. They're determined to communicate with you. Broken heart. So they're feeling hurt by you. And maybe they are jealous, but it seems more like they want you to right a wrong or something. Or they want to understand, or they just want to get you to say that you're sorry or something, you know? It could have been that there was like a love triangle here, or maybe this is a person that, you know, like there was a love situation and you got, or whoever, you guys both got caught in the middle of it, and they're hurt by it, and maybe they are jealous because you got the person that they wanted or something like that. But it seems like, you know, they want to talk with you about it, and they want you to make things right, or they want to know that you like feel bad. You know, I wouldn't necessarily say jealousy. It seems more like they feel very hurt by it, and they kind of feel like you could like change that. You can make them feel better about it, or you can kind of talk with them about it, and maybe it won't be so bad. I mean, which is interesting because I don't really see them being negative or like angry. It seems more hurt, and so they're looking at you like they want to talk to you about it. They want to know, almost like you can make things right for them in a way if they talk with you about it. Like if they can see that you're a good person and you didn't mean to like hurt them, then they're going to be better, you know? Yeah. Yeah, it seems like there was some kind of like either love triangle or something, some reason she felt hurt. She feels hurt by this and wants to communicate. There might be an opportunity to do that too. Maybe you could reach out to her if you would be interested to do that. That might be helpful. Okay. And that might be a good idea, actually. Okay. So it's saying that if you guys do communicate, we have this action being taken here, you know, the Ace of Wands. I would say you should initiate. That'd be really cool if you did that. That would be like the bigger person type thing. Also, we see the, you know, because I don't feel like they're going to really come your way or feel comfortable to do that. But the Queen of Pentacles here shows stability. A person who has their shit together, a person who's stable, collected, calm, you know, not very emotional drama. And, you know, the Three of Pentacles shows that there's collaboration, there's exchanging of ideas. So I feel like almost you guys are communicating, and it's a good communication. It's a good exchange, and nothing is like too crazy or drama filled, and it seems like it goes well. And with her whole need to like feel better about this, and that's the reason she wants to talk to you, I feel like that's kind of like a good mixture together. It's not like a big drama thing. It's more like you guys communicate and they kind of feel like it's not such a personal thing on them, you know? I don't feel like they're jealous. It seems more of like hurt. And feel like they feel like they're not as good as you. I wouldn't say jealous, but I would say like more like they just feel like bad about themselves, you know? So it's not like they want to be you. It's just that they feel not as good about themselves because of the interaction. Maybe they feel like, you know, you were better than them in that way with the other person involved. Yeah, it seems like they're hurt by something that happened. And I'm not saying you did something to them, but that's what I mean. Like maybe that's why communication would be a good thing, because whatever happened, it's like they feel hurt by it. And so they're kind of wanting to get your side of the story, and maybe to just know that like it wasn't personal, and maybe it seems like you don't even know what the hell it is. So it might be a good idea to kind of just clear it up, and just be like, hey, look, I don't know if you have a problem with me, and like not in an aggressive way or anything, but just in a way that's like, just I'm a person, you're a person. Like what is going on? It seems like there's some trouble here, And maybe that would be good for her to know as well, that like you didn't do anything to her deliberately. It just, whatever the situation is happened, wasn't against her at all. Thanks. Yeah, it's off now. General love reading with my partner. Does he love me or not? I'm anxious. We are going through a bad phase. Okay. Let's see what they feel for you. What's your partner feel for you right now? What is the energy between you? Nice. Okay, there's arguments, tension, a lot of tension. Okay. There could be another person involved. They might be putting this to rest for now. But I also get this feeling of like they could be putting that third person to rest because they're taking care of their responsibilities. Do you have children together, or is there something that they'd have to like be giving, like an responsible and like as a responsibility? It's something it's a responsibility of theirs to be giving to, like, to be helping, like, maybe your children or something. I'm just picking at random, Pearl. Okay, let's see. Are you guys going to be together in the future? What do we see happening? Ending or staying? I feel like we got the Five of Swords again. So let me just, like, suggest that maybe this relationship is kind of not good. I mean, it's up to you whether or not obviously you want to be with the person still. But it shows that it's really it shows that it's basically your decision what you're going to do at this point, because it's headed toward your decision here. But the thing is, you have this blindfold on. So you don't know that it's your decision. You think it's you think you're just waiting for them to say, but really you have a lot of power in this situation, but you don't know that. So it's, me saying that is hardly going to be helpful because you just don't see it that way. And basically the decision here is between, like, starting anew with this Five of Swords energy person. But there's something about it that you're not seeing clearly. You're seeing it as all good or all bad. You're probably seeing it as all good. Like, you want to be with the person, you see it as a good thing. But it seems like there's something, or maybe the whole thing about it is, you're not seeing this Five of Swords energy here, and what that is a person who's they're going to get what they want. They're going to get their way. They're vindictive. Like, they don't care about anything else but what they want. And so basically, I feel like that's this person. And I feel like you can't see that about them. And so that's why you would want to be with them. But to me, it seems like it's your choice. But it seems like your choice, like, you shouldn't. The person necessarily, I mean, I can't say whether or not they love you. It kind of seems like they're the type of person who's going to get what they want no matter what. So it's like, I mean, I wouldn't really call it, like, love in the way that you're probably wanting it to be. But then again, maybe that's their kind of love. I mean, it seems to me, though, like it's going to be it's going to be your decision, but you don't see it that way. And so you're not going to, like, take your power back, and you're not going to see that, like, look, I do have a choice, and, like, I can walk away from this. And you should probably just, I mean, it really is up to you, which is funny because you feel like it's not, but it really is, so, like, I want to say, but, like, that's playing games. I want to say, like, even if you, like, held back a little bit and just didn't take action for now, you might see them coming back your way, just, because they'd start to see that you're drifting away, and they don't want that. But they do want what they want, right? But they might want to have their cake and eat it too. So it's kind of like a no win, it's a lose-lose situation, and the situation, basically, you can choose to end it at any time. You can choose to, like, get what you want out of it at any time, which is not something, to not feel loved and to be with a person that's very selfish and they're going to do what they want anyway. You want someone considering you as another person in this relationship, and that's just not what we're seeing here. So, I mean, to me, I feel like you should just cut your losses anyway, but that's up to you. I think you have a lot more power in the situation than you know. So if you could just know that, then maybe you could see that you deserve better than all of this, bullshit. But it's going to be up to you if you want to, if you know that, or if you're going to see that or not. Let's see. Okay, so it seems like you and this person are seeing eye to eye, or you in this company, or you in this whatever AY is. This other side of it, you're waiting for their response. And it seems like it will be a yes, but the thing about it is it's going to be most of the work is going to be on you. Like it's going to be pretty heavy work because it's going to be put all on you and you're going to feel like you have no help and it's going to be like very stressful. But you see eye to eye with the person and it seems like they understand what you're trying to do and like they are supportive of that, you know? But then it's like there's fighting and I feel like it has to do with the fact that you didn't, you know, it's not what you had thought it would be. You know, it's kind of just basically like you doing everything and them, you know, getting credited for it or getting, you know, reaping the benefits for it. And for your work. Like and again, it's 10 of wands. This guy's carrying 10 wands up this hill all by himself. And it's hard, you know, it's not easy. And that's you kind of doing all the work. But there's arguments for some reasons. So let's see. What is the 5 of wands here for? So you have a person that feels like they are left out in the cold about things, or like they don't know enough information, they're not getting all the information they need, or they're not getting all the help and support they need. Like they feel like they need more help and support. And so they're kind of lashing out at you because of that. And they're feeling very betrayed. They're feeling kind of like you're against them. And that's obviously not the case. I mean, maybe it is, but it seems like, you know, with what you're saying, that's obviously not the case, but that's how they're taking it. So be careful with this client because it seems like they're going to be, you know, sometimes when people go to hospitals and they don't like get better right away, or like maybe they get sick even worse, and then they'll go ahead and say like the hospital didn't do anything to help them. But really a lot of times like the hospital did what they could to help the person. It's just that whatever else health wise they had wrong, or, you know, maybe they just didn't, you know, do something that they were supposed to do, or maybe they did everything right and it just happened, you know, it's just, but it's not necessarily that the hospital didn't help them. It's just, you know, sometimes things happen with people's health. So it's similar to that. It's kind of that idea of like the person feels like you didn't really do anything to help them, but that's not true. It's just that's how they're seeing it because something didn't go the way they wanted or something didn't work out for how they wanted it to. So they're kind of taking it out on you. But I feel like, again, this is something that's on you in a huge way, in a way that's like a bit much, like too much for anyone to take. So it's kind of like this thing where you have to decide, like, do I even want this client because it's going to be a lot on me and they're going to end up blaming me if things don't go their way for something that has nothing to do with me. Or maybe it does have something to do with you, but they're just seeing it like they're kind of not seeing it the way that it works, and that it's just sometimes things happen and don't work out. So it seems like they are kind of taking things out on you. It seems like you will be, but it'll be very stressful. It seems like that's, I mean, I'm seeing what's going to happen. It seems like yes to me. So I can't do yes or no's, but I mean, to me, it seems like it would be a yes. Just be careful with that one. It seems like it's really going to be like stressful, taking a toll on you. But it seems like you're like used to that. You know, you're like, I know. Okay. What do you need to know? There's big changes or an ending. Wow. Yeah. Okay. What you need to know is the person is not committed, and it probably has nothing to do with you. This is just love relationships for them in general. I don't know if they're a Scorpio person or a fire sign, but it seems like this is love in general for them. They don't stay committed to people very long, so it could have been very passionate. It could have been very great and amazing, or whatever it was with you guys in the beginning, and it seemed like it was all there. But then it ended abruptly, or something drastically changed about the situation. But what we're seeing basically that you need to know is that this person's not committed really to anyone for very long. So it's not personal, but it's not something that you should try to figure out, because all you have to figure out is basically that the person, that's just how they are. And yeah, it was what it was, but it's hard to just get that person to be in any one place for a very long time, because that's just how they are. That's just how some people are, you know, they don't do well with things like that. So what you should know is basically, you know, if you're needing to know why, that's why. And if you're wanting, you know, to fix that, it's not likely to happen, because that's just kind of how they are. And so, I mean, if you can save yourself all the worry and stress just to know that that's just who they are, has nothing to do with you, and it's not your fault. That's just how some people are, you know? I love this question, because it's kind of like, I just, you know, I want you to be able to do what you want to do, instead of listening to someone tell you what you should do, especially when you don't want to do it, you know? You couldn't find it or what? So let's see if we can figure this out. Okay, I think it's in my purse out there.
I was looking.
Oh, it's not in there? And it's probably with the cards in the living room, on the near the TV. So what should you do? I already knew it was going to say this. You have to have confidence in yourself and know that you have what you need to make this happen for yourself. What I mean by that is like doing what you really want to do. You have what it takes to do it. You have the drive, you have the want, you have the desire, you have the passion. And you got to be strong with this, because really it's going to take strength to go against somebody that you love so much, or care for their approval so much. But really, you already know you don't want to do what they want you to do. You want to do what you want to do. And so it's saying go towards what you're passionate about, you know, go towards something that makes you feel good, something that makes you feel, you know, like you like being there. It's like it feels right to you, and you can build the foundation with this situation. Like, you're not going to be able to build a foundation unless you are happy with what you're doing. And that sounds like, okay, you know, so many people have done that, but this day and age, you don't need to settle for something that you don't like doing. If you can build a foundation, that's all you really need, right? Is that stability to be able to keep doing that and pay the bills and all that. So basically just go towards what you're passionate about. And it looks like with the magician here, you have the skill, you have what you need. I mean, not to say you can't go to school for it and learn what you need to learn, meet the connections and people you need to meet and the steps you need to take, but it seems like, you know, you have what you need to make it happen. So why not make it happen? I mean, go towards what you're passionate about, go towards what your heart wants to do. And you have to be strong, though, because it's going to be hard to go against her, and it's going to be hard to, you know, keep yourself on that track, because it's probably, you know, it's not going to be easy to get there, but I think you should definitely go for what you want to do, and definitely not toward what you don't want to do. That's for sure. If you don't want to do it, don't. You know what I mean? Like, just simple as that. It doesn't seem like a good idea to do something that you don't want to do for the rest of your life. Because remember, we're going to be working for most of our lives, you know? Like, the most time we spend anywhere, I think they say, is at work. So it's like, you're going to be there all the time. You want to enjoy it a little bit. You want to feel like it's not miserable. This day and age, you don't have to do something you don't like to do, you know? Which is pretty fucking awesome. But again, it takes strength. It takes that drive. You can't lose that, because then it will all fail and crumble. But if you keep that together and you remember why you want to do it and you just stay passionate about it, I don't see anything going wrong. You can build that foundation for yourself. Okay, guys, I'm going to get going, but thanks for coming tonight. Please don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to come back tomorrow and we'll do this again. Okay? You guys have a great night.